May even see more severe storms tomorrow.
That's true. Unfortunately, there's a storm system that's just as strong as this one that dropped the two tornadoes that we've been talking about. The first one, as you see, out toward western Shawnee. The second one, that was near Fairway. And remember, days ago, we said that the first thing we'd have to worry about more widespread than isolated tornadoes would be wind reports. And man, you can just pick a county and pick a location, and you've got all sorts of wind reports that are coming in from various locations. Every bit from Clay, Platte, south of the river, Johnson, Jackson as well. Wind speeds close to hurricane force or thereabouts. There you see it there. That one very close to Grandview. So that was in Jackson County. The time pretty much between, I'd say 10 and about midnight or so. Mainly over the metro, farther to the east toward midnight. That's when it really started to wind up. And look at the power outages. You're going to see them illuminate, which is just the opposite of what actually happened with the lights turning off. But as the storms moved in two clusters, one that was down to the south that registered a 100-mile-an-hour wind near Salina, Kansas. This other one that was farther north that affected us, not as strong, but obviously still caused a lot of damage, as you see from our reporters in the field fighting their reports. 74 right now. Southeast winds 10 miles an hour. Dry tonight for the most part. Temperatures in the 70s. Warmer 70s out toward Lawrence at 77 degrees. 74 in Trenton. 73 degrees down toward Clinton, Missouri. Low temperatures by tomorrow morning, only dropping to the upper 60s to near 70. That's the starting point. Southerly winds pretty strong ahead of our storm system that's moving toward us, which is why it is an alert day. Probable that areas like this could be targeted for severe thunderstorms. Not everybody in the orange will see it, but somewhere they will set up real estate and set up an area where they're going to start to form. Damaging winds number 1, large hail number 2, a few tornadoes is still possible. The other area where it's more likely is going to be east and northeast of that, farther towards, say, even portions of Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and even up toward Illinois. Here's a look at First Alert Future Scan. As we started off tomorrow morning, morning drive looks okay. Nick will be here to talk about that. A few more clouds start to roll in the early afternoon. Check out what happens about 3 in the afternoon. That's when we see some showers and thunderstorms popping up closer to the Iowa state line. That's just the beginning. Then the line tries to fill in, but as it moves farther to the east, these individual cells are the ones we're going to have to watch. That's where we can see the chance of damaging winds or a couple of tornadoes. But look, from 3 to 6, it's already moved across Missouri, not much on the Kansas side. And by 9 p.m., it's pretty much cleared and moving farther to the east. And unfortunately, that's going to plague them toward the eastern portion of Missouri. But there's the alerts that we're talking about. Second half of the day between 3 and 7 or so, finally ending about 8. High temperatures, very warm, and gusty winds even without a thunderstorm overhead, up to 40 miles an hour. And here's the exclusive First Alert 9-day forecast. 86-year high tomorrow, that chance of thunderstorms I just showed you on First Alert Future Scan. Calming down for 2 days in a row before more thunderstorms roll through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into the Memorial Day weekend. Not quite as likely on Memorial Day itself. Then we dry out next Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures closer to average for May.